All right, so move on to the next segment. Does the gap and the GOAT conversation close between Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady if Patrick Mahomes can three-peat this NFL season? So, this is a really hot take. But I do believe that the GOAT conversation, the gap closes just a little bit, and Patrick Mahomes does close in on Tom Brady if he can go out and three-peat. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me tell you in sports, there is no such thing as a permanent GOAT. We are going to see athletes and the game evolve in sports forever. For example, Michael Jordan, everybody said he was the GOAT forever until LeBron came. For example, everybody thought Tom Brady was going to be the GOAT forever until possibly Patrick Mahomes could step up to the plate. So, I already consider Patrick Mahomes a top 3 quarterback of all time. Actually, I consider him second best quarterback of all time, behind Tom Brady. And yes, I have Joe Montana behind Patrick Mahomes at this particular point, based off of what Patrick Mahomes has shown me. But the gap in this conversation, for the GOAT conversation, does tightly begin to close. And Patrick Mahomes can catch up to Tom Brady because Patrick Mahomes has already had 15 victories in the playoffs, 3-time Super Bowl champion, 2-time MVP, 5 straight AFC Championship appearances, back-to-back Super Bowl champion right now. He could possibly do something that the 90s Dallas Cowboys team couldn't do, who had the likes of Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, and Emmitt Smith. He could possibly do something that Tom Brady and Bill Belichick couldn't do in their own dynasty with the New England Patriots. Go on a three-peat. Nobody in NFL history has done that. If Patrick Mahomes could do this, the conversation gets a little closer. Because what Patrick Mahomes has already accomplished at 28 years of age has been remarkable. He could retire right now and be inducted into the Hall of Fame tomorrow. He can retire right now and be remembered as a top 5 quarterback of all time, whether you want to admit it or not. Does he have more rings than your favorites? Peyton Manning, John Elway, Steve Young? May I continue? I could keep going on and on why Patrick Mahomes is already GOATed and why he deserves the nickname Baby GOAT. Don't get me wrong, Tom Brady, there's no disrespect here. Tom Brady is the greatest football player to ever put on a pair of pads, football pads. I've said that several times. He's a 7-time Super Bowl champion. He has more Super Bowl rings than any franchise in the NFL. More than the Pittsburgh Steelers, more than the New England Patriots, more than the Dallas Cowboys, more than the San Francisco 49ers. He's got 7. So, for Patrick Mahomes to catch him, it's going to take a lot. But, man, oh man, does the conversation just get a little bit more spicier if he can actually three-peat and we watch history unfold in front of our eyes this year. Now, the question is, can they do it? I said on the Run podcast with our guy Manny Wilson, I don't know. I've said it several times. I don't know if they could do it. But the idea of it, it doesn't hurt to think about. And it actually excites you as a sports fan to see something that has been done in MLB several times. The Yankees doing it. Something that in the NBA has been done with the Chicago Bulls, MJ and Scottie Pippen doing it. Or Kobe and Shaq doing it. It just excites you to even think about it. So, why not? Why not entertain the idea that they could be the first team in NFL history to three-peat? They got the team to do it. They got Isaiah Pacheco, running back. Travis Kelce is still there. Andy Reid's still in charge. Matt Nagy as the offensive coordinator. They still got their phenomenal defensive coordinator. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. I apologize. Rashid Rice at receiver. Their new toy, Xavier Worthy, if he could plan out to be a speedy wide receiver, possibly use him in a Tyreek Hill role in this offense. Defense still plays very well. I would love to see it. I honestly would really love to see them if they could do it. Now, don't get me wrong, the AFC is the varsity of the NFL this year. They still got the Baltimore Ravens. They still have the Cincinnati Bengals once they figure it out. They still have a lot of contending, the Houston Texans. There's still a lot of contending teams. And don't get me wrong, whoever represents the NFC and this year's Super Bowl is going to well-deserved. It's going to be well-deserved. Because there's the 49ers, the Lions, the Eagles, I mean, the Dallas Cowboys, you got to say them. But there's a lot of talent around the league this year. And this is anybody's year. I keep saying it, as long as you're not the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants right now, from what I've seen, you're still in it. And you still got a chance to win it this year. Well, not a lot of teams. But you guys get my point. Anything can happen in the NFL, and that's why it's such a amazing sport. But if Patrick Mahomes could do this, look out, because he's being on the coattails of Thomas Edward Patrick Brady, possibly closing in on the GOAT conversation as the greatest quarterback of all time in the National Football League.